Good morning, everyone. In the last session, we discussed about several commands in the Linux operating system. Okay, Linux is CLI-based operating system, so everything we will do by using commands only. So, what are the commands that we have learned in the Linux operating system? So, we discussed about mkdir, rmdir, touch command, ls command, cat command, cp command, rm command, mv command. Along with this, we discussed about tag command, which is used to print the content from bottom to top. And we discussed about a command called head command, which will print the first 10 lines of the file. And we discussed about tail command, which will print the last 10 lines of the file. We discussed about grep command, which is used to search for particular keyword in the file. And we also discussed about vi command, which is a text editor. So if you want to edit, if you want to print the file content, if you want to print the entire content of the file, then you can go for cat command. But if you want to search for particular keyword in the file, then you need to go for vi grep command. If you want to edit that particular file, then we are going to use this vi editor. VI editor nothing but visual editor that is used to edit the file. So whenever we are editing the file, first when you enter VI command, it will check whether the file is already available or not. If the file is already available, then it will open that file. If the file is not available, it will create and it will open that file. So all of you able to practice all these commands that we discussed? Guys? All of you able to practice these commands, whatever we have discussed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good. So what are the commands we can use in the Linux to create the file, guys? What commands we can use to create a file in the Linux? Touch command we can use, cat command we can use, cp command we can use, va commands we can use. Okay, is my voice clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Your voice is clear.
Yes, good. So we discussed about a touch command, cat command, cp command, va command, which are used to create the files in the Linux operating system. And if you want to read the data in the file, then what are the commands we can use? Cat command we can use, tag command we can use, rev command we can use, head command we can use, tail command we can use, head command we can use, tail command we can use, and va command also we can use. Okay, guys. So there are several commands available in the Linux operating system in order to perform these operations. In order to perform the operations, there are several commands available. Now, so let me go and use my Linux machine. My Linux machine got stopped, guys. Now I want to start that machine again in order to perform the operations. So go to the instances available here. Okay, so Linux VM, which is in the stopped state, I want to start it again. Instance state, start that instance. Instance state, start that instance. That machine is getting started. Once that machine is started, you can check instances running here. Go to instances running. That machine will come here. Once the machine is started, then we can access that machine. That means we can connect with that machine. Once the machine is started, then we can connect with that machine. Yes, it is started. So click on this checkbox so that the machine can be selected. Then click on connect option. Here SSH connection is available. Copy this command. Then go to the location where you have the key pair of that machine. So in my E drive, the key pairs are available. So let me open git bash here. Open git bash, then connect with that machine. By using SSH command, we are going to connect with that machine. Okay, so fine. Right click, paste, and enter. So with this, I am connecting with that machine. Yes, my connection got successful. Now I can perform operations with this Linux machine. So in order to perform the operations with this Linux machine, we are using commands. Okay, ls-l. So there are so many files are available, directories available. Let me go to a file called cat Linux os.txt. Yes, Linux is free OS, Linux is CLI based, Linux is multi-user based OS, Linux is easy. Now, I want to edit this file. Then I can use vi command, file name, Linux os.txt. Vi means visual editor. So the file name, with that name, the file is already available. So this command is going to open that file. So file is open. Now we can edit this file. Now we can edit this file. So to edit the file, first we need to go into insert mode. Press I. Yes, we are in the insert mode. Okay. So Linux is free. Linux is CLI based, multi-user based. Linux is easy. Linux is very secure. Linux is very secure. So I'm able to type the data. I'm able to edit the file. Then I want to save the file and close it. Save the changes and close it. Escape, come to the escape mode, colon WQ. Colon WQ means write and quit. Write and quit. Yes, we are able to make the changes. Now print the file data, cat. Yes, whatever the line I have added, that line is available in the file. So with this, we are able to understand how to edit the files in the Linux machine by using vi command. And here guys, so there is another command in the Linux operating system which is very powerful command. That is sed command. There is a command available in the Linux which is called sed command. Sed stands for stream editor. Sed command is available in the Linux machine. Sed stands for stream editor. Stream editor. So it is used to process file data. It is used to process file data. So I have a file with some data. Now I have to do some operations on that file. Okay. So here by using this sed command, we can perform operations on the file without opening the file itself. For example, so here I am having that file called Linux OS. So in the Linux OS file, in every line, Linux keyword is available. Now I want to replace this Linux keyword with the Unix keyword. I want to replace one keyword with the one word with the another word. Substitution. I want to perform such kind of replacement operation in the Linux operating system. Then we can go for sed command in order to achieve this requirement. So what is this sed command? Sed stands for stream editor. It is used to process file data. Using sed command, we can perform operations on the file without opening the file itself. Without opening the file itself, we can perform operations in the sed command. Okay, so the first thing, I want to replace first occurrence of the keyword in the file. Okay, I want to replace the first occurrence of the keyword in the file. So replace first occurrence of Linux with Unix in every line. Okay, so there is a Linux keyword is available in the file. Okay, so in every line Linux keyword is available. I want to replace that Linux keyword with the Unix keyword. I want to replace Linux keyword with the Unix keyword. Before that, let me make some changes to that file. Linux is free OS. Linux is CLI based. Linux is CLI based. Okay. Linux developed by Linus Torvalds. Linux is multi-user based OS. Multiple users can access Linux VM at a time. So I want to keep multiple times Linux keyword in the file. Okay, so in the same line, multiple times Linux keyword is available so that you will understand sed command clearly. Okay, now see cat Linux os.txt. So Linux is free OS, Linux keyword is available. In this line, Linux keyword available 2 times. In this line, Linux keyword is available 2 times. Here 1 time, here 1 time. So Linux keyword is available in the file data. Now I want to replace the first occurrence of the Linux keyword in every line. Okay, in every line, the first occurrence of the Linux keyword, I want to replace with the Unix keyword. So what is the command we can do? We can use for this one. So in order to perform this operation, we can use sed command. We can use a sed command. So here, yes, Linux, wherever Linux is available, I want to replace that with the Unix in the file which is linuxos.txt. Are you guys able to understand the syntax now? I'm using sed command. So here sed command, S stands for substitution. Wherever the Linux keyword is available, replace that with the Unix keyword in this file. So sed stands for stream editor. It is used to process the file data. Using sed command, we can perform operations on the file without opening the file itself. Okay, replace first occurrence of the Linux with Unix in every line. So here he said substitute Linux keyword with the Unix keyword in this file. Okay, so in my file data, in one line, 2 times Linux keyword is available. It is going to replace only first occurrence, guys. Let us execute this command. Sed command, substitute wherever Linux is available, replace that with the Unix in this linuxos.txt. Now execute it. Set unterminated yes. Okay, unterminated yes is available. Substitute, we need to terminate. Yes. Now can you see here? This is the command I am using, which is used for substitution. Now you see, Unix is a free OS, Unix is a CLI based. Here, second occurrence is not replaced. Only first occurrence is replaced. Only first occurrence is replaced. Second occurrence not replaced here. So in the second line, 2 times Linux keyword is available. Only first occurrence is replaced. In the third line, 2 times Linux keyword is available. Only first occurrence is replaced. Are you guys able to understand what is the purpose of this sed command? Sed command is used for substitution. Replace first occurrence of the Linux keyword with a Unix in every line. Are you guys able to understand my point? Is it clear for all of you? What is the purpose of sed command? Is it clear?
You have to replace the first occurrence of keyword.
Yes, if you want to replace the first occurrence of the keyword, then you can use this sed command. For example, I want to replace the second occurrence of the keyword. Okay, so with this command, we are able to replace the first occurrence. If you want to replace the second occurrence of Linux with Unix, Linux with Unix in every line, only second occurrence I want to replace. To replace the second occurrence of the keyword, here we will give /2. That's it. So if you don't pass anything here, it will replace only first occurrence of the keyword. If you want to replace the second occurrence of the Linux with the Unix in every line, then /2 we are going to pass. Are you guys getting my point? Are you guys getting my point? Sed command we are trying to understand. Yes. Sed is very powerful command in the Linux, guys. Sed stands for stream editor. It is used to process the file data. Using sed command, we can perform operations on the file without opening the file. I no need to open the file for the substitution. Okay, if you execute this command, substitute Linux keyword with Unix keyword in the first occurrence. When you go for this command, replace second occurrence of the Linux keyword with the Unix keyword. Are you guys clear? Let's try this one. So when I use this, only first occurrence got replaced. Now let's go for second occurrence, same command, just I will pass 2 here. Now you see, first occurrence is not modified. First occurrence not modified. Second occurrence is modified. First occurrence is not replaced, only second occurrence is modified. Are you guys able to understand what is the substitution by using sed command?
Sir, these editings doesn't apply to the file?
Only no, it does not apply to the file example. We'll come to that point. First of all, are you able to understand what is the sed command now?
Yes. Yes.
Are you guys clear? Guys? Yes. Now, yes, I want to replace all the occurrences of the keyword. Replace all the occurrences. So if you are using this command, it is replacing only first occurrence. If you are using this command, it is replacing only second occurrence. Now, I want to replace all occurrences. When you want to replace all occurrences, then you need to use G here, global replacement. When you use G there, global replacement is happening. Global replacement nothing but all the occurrences of the Linux keyword will be replaced with the Unix keyword. So here, if I am not passing anything, first occurrence. If I pass to second occurrence. If I pass G, replace all the occurrences. Okay, let's try this. Now, let me go for set command. Instead of number, if you give 3, third occurrence will be replaced. If you give 2, second occurrence. If you don't give anything, first occurrence. If you give G, global, all the occurrences. Now you see, in the first line, first occurrence replaced. In the second line, first occurrence and second occurrence also replaced. Third line, first occurrence and second occurrence also replaced. So if you want to replace all the occurrences of one keyword with the another keyword without opening the file, then you can go for sed command. Okay, now when I am using this sed command, you observe the original file is getting modified or the original file is not getting modified. So here I have used sed command to replace Linux keyword with the Unix keyword globally. So it is printing the output. It is printing the output. But when I see the original file, my original file is modified or my original file is not modified. Yes, come on. My original
Yes.
file is modified or my original file is not modified.
Not modified.
My
Not
original
modified.
file is not modified. So whenever you execute this command, it is printing the output. What are the changes that you are making with the substitution? It is printing the output of that command, but it is not making the changes to the original file. Now, I don't want output. I want to make the changes in the file directly. Are you getting my point? So sed command we are using, that is a stream editor. It is used to process the file data. Using this command, we can replace one keyword with another keyword, either first occurrence or second occurrence or third occurrence or all the occurrences. But currently, when I am using this command, it is processing the data, it is printing on the terminal. But original file is modified, or my original file is not modified here. Original file is not modified. What is my requirement? I want to change the file directly. I want to replace Linux keyword with Unix keyword in the original file. To do that, same command I am using by passing one argument -i. If you pass -i, your original file also will be modified. Substitute and save the changes. Substitute and save the changes in the file. For that I am using -i command. -i I am passing as an argument. Now check it. So when I execute with -i, I am not getting any output. Now print original data. Now can you see original file data is modified. Wherever the Linux keyword is available, replace it with the Unix keyword. Wherever the Linux keyword available, replace it with the Unix keyword. Okay, again, can I convert back? Can I convert back from Unix to Linux? Can I convert back from Unix to Linux, guys? Original file is modified. How can I convert back? Sed
Using
command
that command.
-i. Wherever Unix is available, I want to replace with the Linux globally that file name. Now done. Now execute file. So earlier Unix is available, now Linux is available. Are you able to follow me? What is the sed command? Are you guys able to follow me? What is the sed command?
Yes, sir.
Yes, which is used for substitution. Which is used for substitution. Substitute and save the changes in the original file. Okay, substitute and save the changes in the original file. For this, we are using -i. We are using -i. Okay, next one. My requirement is I want to delete one line of data in the file. I want to delete one line of data in the file, guys. For example, I want to delete second line in the file. Okay, if you want to delete normally, what we need to do? You need to use VA command, go to the file, go to that particular line and delete that line of data. Manually, you need to delete by using VA command. But here, using sed command, you can delete the line directly without opening the file. Okay, so delete second line of data. Delete second line of data in the file. Okay, by using sed command, not only substitution guys, you can also delete the data available in the file. 4D, fourth line of data, I want to delete. Second line of data, I want to delete my file name, linuxos.txt. So -I to save the changes. 2D, that's nothing but second line delete. I want to delete second line. If you give 4D, fourth line will be deleted. So which line you want to delete? That line number and D. D represents delete. Okay, delete second line of data in the file by using this sed command. Okay, so now check this file data, cat linux os. So here we have the second line, CLI based line is available. Let me execute sed command, sed -I 2d linuxos.txt. Yes, I have executed sed command with 2d. Now print the data. Now, so is this line available or it is not available, guys? CLI based line data is available in the file or it is not available in the file?
It's not available.
Is it available or it is not available?
Not available.
It is not available. It is not available. That means, are we able to delete that line?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Are we able to delete that line? Yes, we are able to delete that line data by using sed command. We are able to delete that line data by using this sed command. Okay, guys. Next one. I want to delete fourth line of data. Can we do that also? Can we delete the fourth line of data also?
Yes, sir.
Yes. How to delete fourth line data? Delete. Just we need to pass 4
instead of
instead of 2D, we are going to pass 4D. Instead of 2D, I'm going to pass as 4D. I want to delete last line of data. Okay, delete last line of data in the file. Last line, if you want to delete $D. Okay, so if you use $D, it is going to delete last line of data. Okay, now I have a requirement. I want to delete the data from particular line number to till the last line. So here we are deleting second line, we are deleting fourth line, we are deleting last line of the file. See here, Linux is secure, which is available at the last line. Now I am using $D. Okay, now enter. So what is happening? That secured line got deleted. That means last line of data we are able to delete from the file by using this sed command. Last line of data we are able to delete by using this sed command. Okay, so we have several options, guys. We have several options here. Delete from nth line to till the last line. Delete from nth line, that means any line number that you want. Delete from nth line to last line. So when you want to delete from nth line to last line, the command is n comma $D. So if I give n as a 5, from 5th line all the lines will be deleted. If I give line number as a 10, from the 10th line all the lines will be deleted. N is a number.
Is it possible to delete alternate lines or some?
No, sir, that is not there, sir. N is a number. Okay, delete from nth line to the last line. So when nth line means if I give 5, from 5th line to all the lines will be deleted. Okay, so delete from line number 2 to line number 5. Delete from line number 2 to line number 10. Delete from second line to 10th line. Delete from second line to 10th line. If you want to do this, then 2 comma 10 you can pass here. So from the line number 2, I want to delete. From line number 2 to 10th line, I want to delete. Okay, so these are all of the commands that are available. But so generally DevOps people are going to use this kind of commands, guys. For developers, we don't need this. Just for knowledge purpose, we are understanding what is this sed command how to do the substitution by using set command, how to delete that line by using set command, how to process the file data without opening the file itself. Okay, so here we have seen replace first occurrence of Unix keyword with the Linux, replace the second occurrence of Unix with Linux, replace all occurrences, substitute and save the changes in the original file, delete second line of data, delete fourth line of data, delete last line of data, delete from nth line to last line, delete from second line to 10th line. Okay, these are the commands that we are using to perform the operations.
Is there any command to undo the changes?
Yes, sir. I will explain you. In the direct command is not available to undo, sir. A lot of process we need to do in the Linux. There is no single command which will directly undo the changes.
Okay.
Okay.
So all
Right.
these commands same for all the distributions? Or any
Yes,
changes?
sir. These commands are same for all the distributions.
Okay.
Right. And next one.
What if non-existing line is given?
Sorry, I did not get you.
What if non-existing line?
Non-existing
like,
line means suppose, for example,
yeah.
you want to check this how many lines are available. cat-n linux-os.txt. There are 2 lines are available. Now, suppose I want to delete that particular line which is not available, which is 4D. Fourth line is not available. It is not giving any output. Nothing will happen. You will simply ignore that, right? So my file contains only 3 lines of data. I'm trying to delete the fourth line of data, which is not available. Simply, it is skipping that process. Nothing will happen. If that whatever the line you are giving, if it is present, then only it will process. Otherwise, it will not process.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Perfect, guys. So with this, we understood what is set command. By using this set command, we can also perform insert operations. We can also perform print operations. So the very advanced operations also we can do in this. I can print the data from 3rd line to 10th line, not only deleting from particular line to particular line. We can also print the data from particular line to particular line. Print the data from 3rd line to 6th line, guys. Okay. So this command we can also use to print data from 3rd line to 6th line. Okay, my file name is linux-os.txt. Okay, if you use this command 3,6p. So p means print, d means delete. P means print, d means delete. And also we can insert the data. We can insert the data without opening the file by using this set command. For I, okay, that means for insert data before 4th line. I means insert. I am from Ashok IT. I want to insert this data before the 4th line. Okay, I want to insert this data after the last line. So you can use I means insert, P means print, D means delete, S means substitute. So these are the characters which are representing the operation. In the set command, if you use S, that means it is replacement, substitution. If you use the D character means delete. If you means P character, that means print. If you means I character, that means insert. So here this set command is powerful because without opening the file, we are able to modify the file data. Can we do that by using VI command, guys? What is the purpose of VI command in the Linux? What we can do with VI command in the Linux? Can you guys tell me?
Create the file.
VI is just a visual editor that is used to edit and modify the data available in the file. But if I want to replace one keyword with another keyword, if I want to delete one line of data directly, can we do these operations using VI command? No. So set command is used for substitution. It is used to replace one keyword with another keyword. If you want to delete one line directly, if you want to delete n number of lines from the start point to end point, if you want to print the lines from particular line number to another line number, these operations can be done by using set command. So when you are using set command, do I need to open the file or I no need to open the file? Am I opening the file to perform these operations? Without opening the file, we are performing the operations. Without opening the file only, we are performing these operations. All right, good. So with this, we understood what is a set command and why we will go for set command. Set stands for stream editor, which is used to process the file data. Using Z we can perform substitution, deletion, insertion, printing also. Good. Next one. The next topic in the Linux is, as we discussed it that guys, as we discussed it that Linux is multi-user based operating system. We discussed it that Linux is a multi-user based operating system. Okay, what is the meaning of multi-user based operating system? So can anyone tell me what is multi-user based operating system?
Two or more users can access the user in
Linux
Linux
is
operating system.
multi-user based operating system. That means once the Linux machine is available, multiple people can connect with the single Linux machine, can perform the operations at a time. So Windows is single user based operating system, whereas Linux is multi-user based operating system. That means multiple users can connect with the single Linux machine at a time. So if you see, for our Linux machine, whenever we create a Linux machine, one public IP got generated, guys. For the Linux machine, one public IP got generated. So using this public IP, multiple people can connect with the Linux machine at a time. Okay, so this is our Linux machine which we created in the AWS cloud. Okay, for this Linux machine, one public IP address is available. Now multiple users, that means in the real time, one team will contain multiple developers, multiple DevOps people will be available. Multiple developers want to communicate with the same Linux machine to perform the operations. So as multiple people can communicate with the same machine at a time, can use the same machine at a time, Linux is called as multi-user based operating system. Multiple people can connect with the single Linux machine at a time and they can perform multitasking. That's why Linux is called as multi-user based operating system. Are you clear? Now, so when multiple users are connecting with the single Linux machine, every user should use their own account to perform the operation. Okay, when we create this Linux machine, guys, by default, one user account is created for this machine, which is EC2 user. Okay, as we created one Linux machine, by default, one user account created in the Linux machine, that user account name is EC2-user. Okay, so if you see the command, who am I? If you see a command called who am I, then I'm getting the output as EC2 user. That is my username. So when we create the Linux machine in the AWS cloud, by default, one user account is created. That user account name is EC2 user. So if you see EC2 connect username, EC2-user, that is the default user account we are getting to access Linux machine. So to connect with the Linux machine, we should know that machine public IP. We should know that machine username also. So we created the Linux machine. Public IP is available. User account is also created, which is EC2 user. But in the real time, when multiple people are working with the single Linux machine, for every user, a separate account will be created so that we can track which user performing which operations in the Linux machine. For security reasons, we don't give EC2 user account for all the users. Okay, suppose for example, Raju want to use this Linux machine. For the Raju, we need to create one user account in the machine. For example, Ramesh want to use this Linux machine. For Ramesh, we are going to create one user account. So when multiple people want to access the single Linux machine, for every user, one account will be created in the Linux machine. Are you guys able to follow me? So currently, how we are connecting with this Linux machine? Currently, we are connecting with the Linux machine by using EC2 user. What is EC2 user? EC2 user is the default user account we are getting when we create the Linux machine. We created a Linux machine by using Amazon Linux distribution, right? For the Amazon Linux machines, the default user account will be EC2 user. But in the real time, multiple people will connect with the single Linux machine. So every user should have a different account. Every user should have their own account to access the Linux machine. So how to Work with user accounts in the Linux machine. That is our topic. Working with user accounts in the Linux machine. Are you guys clear with my point? So can we call Linux as a multi-user based operating system? Yes, Linux is called as multi-user based operating system. With one Linux machine, we can create multiple users can access single Linux machine can perform multitasking. Linux is multi-user based operating system. Multiple users can access single Linux machine and can perform multitasking. Okay, so in the Linux machine, whatever the Linux machine we created, in this Linux machine, EC2 user is the default user available in the Amazon Linux machine. So we created the Linux machine by using Amazon Linux. In this machine, we are getting EC2 user as a default account. Now we can create multiple user accounts in the single Linux machine. Why we will create multiple accounts? Because for every user we should give one user account. For every user we should give one user account. Okay, for every user we can create new account to access Linux machine. Working with user accounts in the Linux. Linux is a multi-user based operating system. Multiple users can access single Linux machine and can perform multitasking. So in the Linux machine, whatever the Linux machine we created, Amazon Linux machine we created. In that Amazon Linux machine, EC2 user is the default user. For every user, we can create new account to access our Linux machine. Are you guys able to follow me? Now, how to create the user in the Linux machine? So there is a command, create user. To create a user, sudo nothing but super user doing the operation. Sudo is a privileged guy. Sudo means run as an administrator. So in the Windows machine, when I want to perform some admin activity, what I will do? I will use operation run as administrator. So in the Windows, we will use run as administrator option. Whereas in the Linux machine, we are going to use sudo. Sudo means super user doing the operation. I am doing this operation as a super user. I have a privileges. So I am having an admin privilege. I can perform this operation as a sudo user. Sudo means when you are performing some admin activities, then we are going to use a sudo operation. Sudo means super user doing this operation. Are you getting my point? So I want to create a user. To create a user, sudo user add and username. So with this command, we can create the user in the Linux machine. Okay, already I connected with this Linux machine as a EC2 user. I logged in into this machine as a EC2 user. Now I want to create one more user. So to create one new user in the Linux machine, we are going to use a command called user add command. For this user, set the password. Create a user, set password for the user. Set password for user account. To set the password for the user account, the command sudo passwd. Not complete, it's not a spelling mistake, guys. This is a command in the Linux. Passwd, which is used to set password for the user account in the Linux machine. Are you clear? This is used to create a user. This is used to set password for the user. Then display all the users available in the Linux machine. Okay, display all users available in Linux machine. To display that, we will use a command called cat/etc/password. Okay, so when you use cat command with etc password, it will display all the user accounts which are available in this Linux machine. First, let me execute this command, cat/etc/password. Okay, so currently there is these are the system provided things, guys. Here our user account is available, which is EC2 user account. Can you see one user account which is available, which is EC2 user? EC2 is a default user. For this user, one home directory is available, /home/EC2 user. When you connect with this machine as the EC2 user, directly you will go to this working directory and you will perform operations in this directory. So which is called as our present working directory. /home/EC2 user is available. This is the default user account in the Linux machine. When you go for Amazon Linux machine, this is the default user account available. /home/EC2 user is the default working directory for the EC2 user. Now I want to create one more user in the Linux machine. So this command cat/etc/password, it is displaying all the users available in the Linux machine. So you can see one user called EC2 user. For the EC2 user, this is the default home directory. So EC2 user will perform the operations in this particular directory. Okay. Next, let me go here. Let me create one new user. Sudo user add Raju. I have created Raju user. Let me set the password for the Raju. Sudo password Raju. Changing the password for the user Raju, it is asking new password for the Raju. Okay. New password. Yes. All authentication tokens updated successfully. So I have updated the password for the Raju. Now let me check all the users available. cat/etc/password. Now you see, earlier we have only EC2 user. Now we are having Raju user. Now we are having Raju user. Are you able to understand? Are you able to understand? These three commands that I have used. I am trying to explain how to work with user accounts in the Linux machine. Linux is a multi-user based operating system. Multiple users can access single Linux machine at a time and can perform multitasking. Okay. So when we are creating
how we
a
can
Linux
restrict the
machine,
user without accessing?
sorry, sir.
We have created multiple users. If we
Yes.
want to restrict the users to
We'll
access
come to
this
that, sir.
machine.
Admin level permissions will come to that. Okay. Linux is a multi-user based operating system. Multiple users can access single Linux machine and can perform multitasking. So here EC2 user is the default user in the Amazon Linux machine. Okay. And remember this point here. EC2 user having sudo privileges. Okay. EC2 user having sudo privileges. What is the meaning of sudo privileges? EC2 user can act as an administrator. EC2 user can perform anything in the Linux machine. As the EC2 user is having the sudo privileges, using EC2 user, we are able to create other user accounts also. Now, so sudo user add. With this one, user is created in the Linux machine. For that user, I want to set the password. I'm setting the password for that user. Display all the users available in the Linux machine. cat/etc/password. This command is used to print all the users which are available in the Linux machine. Okay. Now, currently, I connected with this machine as a EC2 user. Can I switch to the Raju user account now? Currently, I connected with this machine as which user? Who am I? EC2 user. Now, let me check ls-l/home. Inside the home directory, for EC2 user, one directory is available. For Raju, one directory is available. cat/etc/password. So you see, for EC2 user, this is the home directory. For the Raju user, this is the home directory. That means every user will have their own home directory. Okay. Inside the home directory, Raju directory available, EC2 user directory is also available. Every user will have their own home directory. Let me create one more account. Rani account, let me create. Before creating the Rani account, let me check ls-l pwd. I'm in the home directory. cd double dot. I came out from the EC2 user. I'm in the home directory. So what is available inside the home directory? Raju directory available, EC2 user directory available. That means for every user account, one home directory will be available to store their files. Okay, Linux is CLI based operating system. Everything will be represented as a file only. So when multiple people are connecting to this Linux machine, so what folder Raju, in which folder Raju will perform the operations? /home/Raju. /home/Raju. This is called Raju user home directory. Similarly, Ramesh is available for the Ramesh also home directory. /home/Ramesh will be available. For EC2 user, what is the home directory available? For EC2 user, the home directory /home/EC2 user is available. So every user will have their own home directory. So Linux is multi-user based operating system. Multiple users can connect with the single Linux machine at a time. In one Linux machine, multiple user accounts can be created. It is highly recommended for every user a separate account should be created. For every user, one home directory will be available to perform their operations. To perform their activities, they will connect with their home directory. You got my point? Are you clear? Are you clear with this point now? Can you read this? 3 commands. User add command, password command, and print all the users which are available in our Linux machine. Now, currently, I connected with this machine as a EC2 user. Now, I want to switch from one user account to another user account. So in the Windows also we have option, right, to switch from one user to another user. Similarly, in the Linux, I want to switch from one user account to another user account. To switch from one user to another user, sudo su raju. Sudo su. Su means switch user. Currently, I connected with this machine as a EC2 user. Now I want to switch to another user account to perform the operation. Sudo su raju. Okay, I switch it to Raju user account. Now see here, earlier it was showing I am in the EC2 user account. When I execute this command sudo su raju, I switch it to Raju user account. Raju user account. Now I should go to Raju user home directory, cd tilde. When I go for cd tilde, I am in the Raju user home directory. Sudo su command we are using to switch from one user account to another user account. When you switch to Raju user account, you go to Raju home directory. How to go to Raju home directory? So with which user you logged in, you should go to that user home directory. For that cd tilde command we will use. Then you will go to Raju home directory. Now you can create the files as a Raju user in the Linux machine. You can create the files in the Linux machine as a Raju user. Now I want to come out from the Raju user account. Exit. When I click on exit, I came back to EC2 user account. So multiple user accounts can be available in the Linux machine. So we should know how to switch from one user account to another user account. What is a user home directory, all these things you should have some idea. Are you clear with my point?
Sir, by this way, can we manage users in Ubuntu OS also?
Same thing, sir. Commands are same. Whatever the commands that we are using, these are common for all the Linux distributions.
Okay.
Not for only Amazon Linux. The only difference that you can see in the Amazon Linux machine, what is the default user account we are getting?
EC2 user.
Yeah, when you go for Ubuntu machine, the default user account will be Ubuntu. Username will be different. That's it. You got my point?
Yes,
So
sir.
can you tell once what is that CD tilde?
That is go to present working directory. Earlier I was in the home directory, right? From the home directory, I want to go to user home directory. CD tilde, it will go to logged in user home directory like this. Now currently, what is my present working directory? Now you see, I connected with this machine as a EC2 user. What is my present working directory? /home. I want to go to EC2 user home directory, CD tilde. Then I am coming into EC2 user home directory.
Sir, one small thing, sir. If we are practicing all these commands like this, did we have any possibility to store these in a text file in Linux? Is it possible? Like in Windows, we have spool command.
Yes, here also history command, whatever the output you are getting with the history command, you can write that output to one file.
Okay.
Simple. History double arrow file name. That's it.
I missed this one. What is difference going to present working directory as a home, like EC2 user when we write
Sir, speak
PWT?
loudly, sir. Your voice is not audible for me.
Okay. Is it
जोर
okay
से
now?
बात करो.
Is it okay now?
Yes.
Yeah. So I was saying we return once we return under when we are in EC2 user home, we write PWD, then it throw us to home. But
Yes.
when we used tilde operator and then we write PWD, like present working directory, it throw to EC2 user. Home, then EC2 user. So little video.
Sir, the purpose of this. So first of all, do you understand what is this path?
It's this person this person directory we are in.
Yeah, this is this person home directory. Can we call
Yeah.
this person home directory? EC2 user home directory.
Yeah, I agree.
What is this one?
This second person Raju's home directory.
Home directory. When you connect with the Linux machine, suppose I was in the home directory. From the home directory, I want to go to logged in user home directory directly.
Okay.
You are in some other location. From that location, I want to go to logged in user home directory. For that, we will use cd tilde command.
Okay, got it.
Okay, simple. So you can switch from one user account to another user account, and you can go to logged in user home directory by using cd tilde command. For example, so you see I'm in the EC2 user now. I'm in the EC2 user ls-l. Okay, cd space AWS. I'm in the AWS directory. What is my present working directory? AWS. Now I want to go to EC2 user home directory. You can use a cd space double dot, you will come out from the AWS, or you can use a cd tilde also. Directly you will go to logged in user home directory with this command. You got my point? Ravi, is it clear?
It's clear. Yeah.
Yes, very good. And here guys,
Sir, we will not be able to log out of EC2 user, right?
you can sir, you can type logout. You
Okay,
lost
sir.
connection. Logout command is there.
Okay,
See
sir,
here,
got
when
it.
I execute logout, what happened? My connection got closed. Again, I want to connect it. So here SSH command we are using. This is my PEM file. Currently, do we know the password for the EC2 user? We don't know. That's why we are connecting to this machine using PEM file. This is my username and this is the public DNS of the machine. Okay. Again, I am connecting to that machine as a EC2 user.
Ashok sir, what if we lost that PEM file, sir, by
Sir, you can, if you lost the PEM file, you can connect to that machine, but lot of admin activities you need to perform. So if you know AWS concepts, in the AWS, there is a concept called EBS value. If you know that EBS value, then you can recover that PEM file. Okay. But it's not that much easy.
Okay.
So we need to keep those PEM files very carefully.
Okay.
All right. So guys, are you able to understand how to create users in the Linux? How to display all the users available? How to switch from one user account to another user account? And similarly, in this Linux machine, we have options to perform delete also. You can delete the user using user del command. You can change the username by using user mode command. Can you read these three commands now?
Sir, are you able to hear me?
You can delete the user, you can delete the user, you can delete the user along with the user home directory. You can change the user name also by using these commands, guys. So not only creating the user, you can also delete the user, you can also change the username. And if you want to delete the user along with the user home directory, then you can go for this option. You can go for this option. Are you clear with my point? Yes. Now see here. What are the
Sir,
users
are you able to
available?
hear me?
Let me. Someone is
Hello.
talking. Yes, sir. Who is that?
Yeah, this side Pawan, sir.
Yeah. Hi, Pawan. Speak loudly, Pawan. I can't hear your voice, Pawan.
Sir, I was bit confused. I was like clear, but was bit
Yeah.
confused like previous topic.
Yeah. Tell me, what is that?
When we enter CD tilt, we'll get into user account home directory, right?
Correct.
Before that, we'll be in EC2 user is there, right? Like home EC2 user. Can you please open that?
Yes.
So before we used to get AWS, right? That is also like EC2 user account only, right? So
Sir,
home EC2 user
AWS is a separated directory, right? I'm going into that directory. Now, my present working directory is AWS. Inside the EC2 user, AWS directory is available. But currently I logged into this machine as a EC2 user. What is this EC2 user home directory? Every user will have a home directory. This is EC2 user home directory. So you are currently in the AWS. From this directory, I want to go to my home directory directly.
Okay,
For that,
okay.
we will use a cd tilt command.
Okay, I got you, sir. Now I am clear.
Okay,
thank you.
good. Fine, guys. So let's look at these commands. Sudo user add command, which is used to create a user in the Linux. Sudo password command, which is used to set the password for the user. Cat etc password, it will display all the users available in the Linux. Switch user, which is used to switch from one user account to another user account. Currently, I connected with this machine by using EC2 user. I want to switch to Raju user account, sudo su Raju. I switch it to Raju user account. Now you observe. I switch it to Raju user, but currently I am pointing to which directory? Guys, observe. I switch it to Raju user account by using sudo su Raju, but currently I am pointing to which home directory, which user home directory? EC2 user home directory. But I connected as a Raju. I should go to which my home directory, right? Yes. I connected with this machine as a EC2 user. I switch it to Raju user account, but still my cursor is pointing to EC2 user home directory. I should go to Raju user home directory. How to go to Raju user home directory directly? Can I use the cd tilt command now?
Yes.
Then what this command will do?
It will
Wherever
go to
you are, it will be
directory of
taking to
Raju.
respective user home.
You are in whatever the location you are in, it will navigate you to the logged in user home directory. You see here. So when I switch to the Raju user, my home directory is still pointing to EC2 user home directory. So from here, I want to go to logged in user home directory. For that, I am using cd tilt command. Then I came to Raju user home directory. You got my point?
So
Now,
when we switch these directories,
when
Raju
you switch
directory,
the user, basically.
yeah. So if we create any new directory, so it will store in ECU user, right? EC2 user.
Yeah, when you switch, if you don't change this partner, it will create in the EC2 user, but you will not have permission for the EC2 user directly to perform the operations, right? Privileges are required.
Okay.
You are your username is Raju. So how can you perform the operations in the EC2 user directory? Every user will have their own home directory, right?
Yeah. That's good.
Good.
Okay.
Now come out from this. I came out from here. Exit. I came out from the Raju user. So when I came out from the Raju user, directly it is coming to EC2 user home directory. That's fine. Can I delete the user also, guys? What is the command to delete the user? First, let us see cat/etc/password. What is the purpose of this command?
To check the users.
To check the users are available. EC2 user is available. Raju user is available. Can I delete the Raju now?
Sudo.
Yes. What is the command to delete the user now?
Sudo
user
delete. Yeah.
Raju -remove. What is the purpose of -remove? Delete the Raju user along with the Raju directory. Raju home directory is available, right? I want to delete that also. Enter. Yes. Now you check it. Cat etc password. Raju user is available. Raju user is not available.
Not aware.
Raju user is not available. Are you clear with my point? Yes, good. So this is user management in the Linux machine.
Sir,
Now,
restriction. How we can restrict the user? That user must be present. If he log in,
can you come again?
User is present in that list of users. But
Yes.
how we can restrict them without logging in?
We want to stop the user to log in.
Yeah.
Yes, there is a file called sudoers file available in the Linux. And it's more about administration part in the Linux.
Okay.
I will come to that. Yeah. So guys, here we are creating the users and we are deleting the users and we are checking the home directories of all these users. But in the real time, as a developer, are we going to do all these things?
No.
No.
Are we going to do all these things in the company as a developer? Are you going to create the users in the Linux machine in the real time?
No.
No. So these all operations will be taken care by DevOps people. So DevOps people will set up the infrastructure. DevOps people will set up these machines. DevOps people will create the users for us. They will share our username and password and that Linux machine public IP so that we can connect with the machine and we can see logs of the application. Okay, so this is our extra. This is not you are going to do in the company, but you need to understand how multiple people are connecting to the single Linux machine at a time. Okay, so how multiple users will be managed in the Linux machine. So you should have that knowledge. If you have that knowledge, tomorrow when you are talking to the DevOps team, suppose you are facing some problem with your Linux machine, when you are talking to the DevOps team, if you know this subject, if you have this knowledge, you can talk to them confidently. Suppose if you don't know all these things, when you are talking to the DevOps team, will you have confidence in your mind? Tomorrow, due to some issue, you are facing some problem with the log server. You are not able to access the log files of your application from the log server. Log server is a Linux machine. Then you need to talk to the DevOps team. When you are talking to the DevOps team, if they ask some question related to the Linux machine, can you answer without having this knowledge?
No.
So if you have this knowledge and if you talk to the DevOps team, then you will get some confidence. So with your terminology, they will understand, okay, this guy knows Linux also. So that is the maturity that we should have as a developer. You can question them. When you have the knowledge on the Linux, you can question them. If you are not having this knowledge in the Linux machine, whatever they are explaining, you will not understand. They will tell that your user account does not have the root privileges. Your user account is not available in the sudoers file. So they will tell something related to the Linux terminology, which we can't understand. Then we can't perform our operation. We can't do our job properly. So that's why for every developer, this knowledge is very, very, very important. These all are the struggles I have faced in my career starting days, guys, because so when I was learning Java, they did not teach all these cloud tools, Linux and all. When I joined in my first company, I faced a lot of problems regarding this because I don't know all this stuff at that time. Now you are lucky. You are learning not only Java project, you are learning Linux, you are learning DevOps, you are learning AWS, everything you are learning so that happily you can work as a experienced developer in the company. That is the benefit of this course. Real-time project means it should be complete real-time. How people will work in the company, in the same way we are going to learn here. Yes, fine guys. Working people. So can you tell me, is there any use of learning all these commands in the Linux? Because you know, you are already working in the company, so you can tell me how this is going to help you.
Take the available grapes in the market and eat it.
Right. So is there anyone as a developer who are working with Linux machines also in the company? Are you using Linux in your projects? Definitely Linux will be there, but are you getting the chance to connect with the Linux machines?
But that is in different ways, sir, actually.
Okay. How you are connecting?
I mean, we have in one of the project with Windows-based virtual machine, where from there we need to connect with the servers.
Okay, okay. Basically, VDI they are providing.
Yeah.
Good. So guys, are you clear how to create users in the Linux now? How to create the user, how to switch from one user account to another user account, how to go to user home directory, how to delete the user, how to delete the user along with the home directory. This user mode command, which is used to change the username. If you want to change the password directly, this command we can use to reset the password. That account password also can be changed using that password command directly.
By mistake we deleted this user. How can we retrieve this? Because we have all the information like which we performed before. We
So that is
created
what lot of admin activities that we need to perform. Sir, whenever you delete some file or whenever you delete some user activity tracking will be available. So the disk level admin operations that we need to perform.
So that will take by DevOps team.
Complete Linux administrators will be available. They will take care of that work.
Okay.
Because this admin topic is little interesting, sir.
Yeah, Linux admin. Okay, good guys. So similarly, how we have users in the Linux, we will have user groups also, guys. How we have users in the Linux machine. Similarly, there is a concept called user groups also in the Linux machine. We'll discuss about that. Now, before coming to this, I want to give one task for you guys. Can you guys try that task?
Sure, sir.
Okay. So the task is we are creating user in the Linux machine. Tomorrow, for example, let's understand a real-time scenario. I connected with this Linux machine. Now assume that I'm a DevOps engineer, guys. I'm a DevOps engineer. You are a developer in the project. Okay. So your name is Raju or Ramesh, Suresh, whatever it is. Now what I want to do is I want to create one account for you in this Linux machine. Okay. How I will create that? Sudo user add Suresh. Account is created. For this account, I will set the password also. Okay, sudo password Suresh. For the Suresh, I want to set the password. So new password I am giving for the Suresh @123. Okay, and I am giving password Suresh @123. That's it. So with this, what happened? I created Suresh user. I created password for the Suresh user. Now, how Suresh can log into this machine? Will I give my PEM file for the Suresh to log in, or I will give Suresh username and password to log in?
You need to give Suresh user ID and password to them.
I will not give the PEM file, right? I will give the username and password for the Suresh. So how user can log in into the Linux machine with the username and password? Okay. So what is my requirement is? My requirement is the assignment for you today. Okay. Enable password based authentication in the Linux machine. By default, with the password, we cannot log in into the Linux machine. Assignment, enable password based authentication in Linux VM. Okay. Then create a new user, log in into Linux VM with a new user credentials like username and password, not with the PEM file. Currently, I'm connecting to this Linux machine as an EC2 user. For EC2 user, PEM file is available because do I know the password for the EC2 user? I don't know because EC2 user is a default account, password is not available. But for the Suresh user, password is available. So how Suresh can connect with the Linux machine using his username and password? So that is the assignment that I am giving for you today. So you need to understand how to enable password based authentication in the Linux machine. Once you enable password based authentication, then you create a new user, then log in into Linux VM with the new user credentials. With username and password, you should be able to connect. So this is the task for you today. Can you guys try this before coming to tomorrow's session?
Yes, sure.
Yes.
Can you guys try this before coming to tomorrow's session?
Yes, sir.
Yes, good. So you understand the concept, what I am trying to give you. You are understanding what I am trying to give you now. I want you to know how to create a user and how to enable password based authentication and then log in into the Linux machine with a new user account credentials. No PEM file. With username and password, we should be able to connect with our Linux machine. This is the requirement. Okay, you can use Google, you can use a ChatGPT, you can see YouTube videos also. There you will get some knowledge how to enable password based authentication in the Linux machine. That means what I will do is multiple users I will create. For every user, password will be available. They will connect with the machine by using their username and password. Then PEM file is not required. But that is not possible directly. You need to do some admin level changes in the Linux machine. Then password based authentication will work.
There are a few steps, it seems.
Yes. Some admin activities you need to perform, then only that password based authentication will work in the Linux machine. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. Fine, guys. So any questions, anyone, for today? No questions. I'm going to upload these notes in the portal, guys, so that you guys can use it for practice. We'll meet again tomorrow. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ashok. Have a great day.
Thank you, sir. Have a great
Thank you.